Hello everyone. In this video, I am going to discuss the concept of a perfect number. So what is a perfect number? It is a positive integer that is equal to the sum of its proper factors, excluding the number itself. So before going into the concept of perfect number, let us know what is a factor. For example, I am considering n is equal to 6. If any number from 1 to infinity or 1 to the given number is divisible by the given number, then it is called a proper factor. So for example, here I am considering 1. Is 1 divisible by 6? Yes. So 1 will be the factor for 6. The next number is 2. 2 is divisible by 6. 2 3s are 6. So 2 will be the factor for 6. The next number is 3. 3 2s are 6. So 3 is a factor. Next number is 4. 4 is not a proper factor for 6 because 4 1s are 4, 4 2s are is 8 but not 6. So 4 is not a factor. 5 is also not a factor and 6 is a factor because 6 1s are 6. So if we calculate till the given number, it is enough because after the given number no other number will be divisible by 6 like 7, 8, 9, 10, 200, 300 like that. Now the factors are 1, 2, 3 and 6. These are the factors for the number 6. Now let us know what is a perfect number. It is just a positive integer that is equal to sum of its factors excluding the number itself. By excluding the number 6, if we add all the proper factors of a given number and if that sum is equal to the given number, then 6 is called as, that given number is called as a perfect number. If you observe, by excluding 6, the remaining factors are added and the result will be 6. As this obtained result 6 is given is equal to the given number 6, this n is equal to 6. The 6 value will be a perfect number. Let us consider another example, 24. Let us find out the factors for 24. First, 1 is a factor. Next, 2 is a factor. 2 12s are 24. 3 8s are 24. 4 6s are 24. 5 is not a factor. 6 is a factor. 6 4s are 24. 7 is not a factor. 8 is not a factor. Sorry, 8 3s are 24. So 8 is a factor. And 7 is not a factor. 9 is not a factor. 10, 11, 12 2s are 24. 9, 10, 11, 12 2s are 24. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 and so on 23. These are all not the factors because with 24 they are not divisible and the last number is 24. Every time the given number will be divisible by itself. So 24 is a factor. Now let us note down the factors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 12, excluding this factor. Now if you add up, this will be 36. As the result is not equal to the given number, 24 is not a perfect number. Using the same process, like finding the factors of a given number and summing, adding up all the given factors excluding the given number. If that result is equal to the given number, then it is called as a perfect number. This is the process how we find out a number whether it is perfect or not. Now let us write the code to find out the perfect number. Here if we observe, first initially we are finding out the factors of a given number starting from the integer number 1 till the given number n. That means we are just running a loop to find the factors for the given number. So if we want to run a loop from 1 to some n number, we use for loop. Just follow my words. For I is equal to 1, starting from 1 till the number n less than or equal to n, I plus plus, we are just running a loop. This loop is to find out the factors. So if the given number, if the number is divisible by the values from 1 to n, then add that particular number to get the result. Now here we know I means 1 till n, but what is sum? Sum means just we are adding up all the factors into some temporary variable. Let it be 0. If we don't initialize the sum value to 0, it will take some garbage value and the final value will be an error. I mean not like an error but some garbage value. So this is the code to find out whether the given number is perfect or not. Just run this loop with the given number 6. Now for I is equal to 1. If n modulus I, 6 modulus I is double equal to 0. So 1 is a factor. So add this value to sum. The initial value of sum is 0 and the 1 will be added to 0. And for loop means it is an iterative loop. Next second thing, I will be incremented to 2. Now 6 modulus 2. 6 modulus 2 double equal to 0 means 2 is a factor because 2 is divisible by 6. So we will add that particular number to the previous result sum. What is the previous value of sum here? 1. So 1 plus 2, 3. Now again it will iterate through the loop and I will be incremented. Now I will be 3. 6 modulus 3. 3 2s are 6. So the remainder will be 0. That means 3 is a factor for 6 and it gets into the loop. And what is the previous value of sum here? 3. 3 plus the I value. What is the I value? 3. 3 plus 3, 6. Now this loop will be iterated. Now I plus plus means I is equal to 4. 6 modulus 4 is not equal to 0. So it will not enter into the loop. The sum value will not be updated. Next again I plus plus. So I is equal to 4 is not updated. Next I is equal to 5. 6 modulus 5 is not equal to 0. So it doesn't enter into the if loop. Now it will go to the next value, that is 6. 6 less than or equal to 6 condition true. 6 modulus 6 is double equal to 0 because 6 is a factor for 6. So 6 is a factor for 6 and sum is equal to the previous value of sum plus the given I value 6. 6 plus 6 is 12. As I already said that we should not run this loop or we should exclude the n value. So it should not be less than or equal to. It should be less than n. Only before the value 6 the loop should be implemented. Now so this will not get implemented. Now what is the previous value of sum here? 6. Now if the sum value, that is 6, is double equal to the given number n, then here we will write a print statement depending upon the programming language. For example, if I am considering C language, here I will write printf n is a perfect number. And if I want to print what is that number, then here I can write percentile D is a perfect number. What is that percentile D value? What does it hold? It holds 6. 6 is already stored in n. So here. This is the way how we code the perfect number. And a small thing I just want to share with you, that our ancient mathematicians found a formula using this prime number to calculate the list of perfect numbers. So that formula is, just note down, 2 power p minus 1 into 2 power p minus 1. This is the formula which is used to find out the perfect numbers. So p is a prime number. Remember, p is a prime number. Now 2, 3, 5, 7. These are the prime numbers. For example, consider 5. 2 power 5 minus 1 into 2 power 5 minus 1. What will be the result? 2 power 4 into 2 power 5 minus 1. 16, 32 minus 1, 31. 16 into some 31. The result will be something. That something is definitely a perfect number. That is what our mathematicians found. Just remember this formula. If p is a prime number, then 2 power p minus 1 into 2 power p minus whole minus 1 will be definitely a perfect number. So this is the concept about perfect number. Just going into the concept, just a given number will be a perfect number if that is equal to sum of its proper factors excluding the number itself. Hope you understood. Thank you.